we are going to learn about real numbers. This is the first chapter in the syllabus of 10th standard CBSE mathematics, real numbers. Now before we start this chapter, there are a few number systems that we need to know before beginning this. The very first one is called as the system of natural numbers. Now the reason it is called as the system of natural numbers is the way we naturally do counting. Suppose I have one pen and if I have another, then now this is 1 and this is 2. We don't count this as 1 and 1.5. The natural sequence of counting starts involving these numbers and then the set of natural numbers starts to take shape. So we denote that set by the symbol n. Obviously n stands for natural numbers. So this n contains the first number as 1, second as 2, third as 3 and so on. Now this we write as so on, which means that there is no end to this set. We can have an infinite number of natural numbers. The second set came into existence after the invention or the discovery of 0, and this was done by Aryabhatta. When we add 0 to the set of natural numbers, the set that we get is called as the set of whole numbers. Then the third set that we are going to discuss is integers, and this set is denoted by the symbol Z. Z is a European language word for Zahlen, and Zahlen means to count. Now this set has no start from this side as well as this side. We have a central number 0, then we have all the positive numbers 1, 2, 3, and this goes on up to infinity. And then if you move to the left, we have -1, we have -2, we have -3, and this goes on up to infinity. So this set is called as the set of integers. Now there are many numbers which are lying between, let's say for example 0 and 1 or 1 and 2, but they are not included in any of these sets. Those numbers are of two types. One is called as rational numbers, others are called as irrational numbers. The set of rational numbers is denoted by the symbol Q. Now there are so many numbers that you can imagine between 0 and 1, for example like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. Even between 0.1 and 0.2 you can imagine a million numbers. There's no end to it. So that is why we represent the set of rational numbers. Question: if the set of rational numbers has an initial R, then why do we write here Q? It's simply because of the notation P by Q. Any rational number is of the form P upon Q, where P and Q belong to the set of integers. And the symbol that you can see over here, which looks like an E, is the Greek letter epsilon, and it is read as belongs to or is an element of. Now this means that P and Q both are integers, and one more condition is there, that Q should not be equal to 0, obviously, because if any division has 0 as the denominator, it is not defined in mathematics. So any number of the form P upon Q is called as a rational number. This involves all your fractions. This involves so many other numbers between the numbers that we are seeing on the integer line. Now let's say we were to draw a line, and on this line we plotted all the different possible rational numbers. Now if you observe, I use the word rational numbers. I did not say integers or whole numbers or natural numbers. The reason being, all these three, natural numbers, whole numbers and integers, are included in the set of rational numbers. So this Q stands for quotient, as it's a division. So if you observe, all the natural numbers, all the whole numbers and all the integers belong to the set of rational numbers. Now if you plot all these numbers on a line, you will observe that you will get many numbers. You will get many numbers which get plotted on this line, but still there are few gaps in between. Now, what do we mean by a gap? Let's go to basic geometry. A line is defined as a collection of infinite points. Each and every point can be assigned or given a number. This means that every point will have a number which we can call it by. So, if you plot all the rational numbers on a number line, you still find that there are gaps in the line. This line is not continuous, which means that there are certain points to whom we have not yet allotted numbers. Such numbers are called as irrational numbers, which are simply not rational, and they are denoted by Q dash. So Q dash means a complement. Complement means if it is not in Q, it will be in Q dash. So Q dash is any number which is not rational. So now here you go. If you plot all these rational numbers and the irrational numbers together on this line, then the line will now finally be complete. It will be continuous, and this number line is the set of real numbers.
Click on the bell icon and never miss another updates from AIMS.